To explore the sixth location, the shrine on the quantum moon must be on the moon's north pole. So because it's quantum, you have to move it there yourself. Okay. Good to know. Let's go and actually read some more of that stuff. Yeah, because on the middle floor of it, it seemed like somewhere where like panels would be. There's like projection stones and such. Alright, why am I being stupid? Why can I not see Brittle Hollow? It's literally got a magma moon. Is it the side of the sun? No, it's behind me. I think I am actually getting better. Like, I actually do feel pretty good. Like, way better than I was when I first started this. Get out of the way, moon. Right, so. I'm gonna run back to Rybek's settlement. Oh shit. Did I actually make that piece of the planet fall off like by hitting it so hard? Because that's funny if I did. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. I pressed the wrong trigger to try and thrust it upwards and went downwards. That was dumb of me. We'll pay more attention. I think if I was in my suit I'd have been fine, because I survived the crash and then I choked, so I guess that's another one off the bucket list. I've finally died in space without my suit. Weird that it's taken so long for that to happen. But yeah, I don't think I need to record that one on its own. Actually, now that I think about it, the reason why I'm probably coughing is because I've probably talked in this more than I've talked in a while. I'm gonna put my suit on just in case. Yeah, making the conscious decision to read aloud everything, and just the fact I'm talking through my thoughts quite a lot in general in this game. My throat's a little dry, and I could do with a drink probably. But I ain't got time to drink. I got planets to explore, although I do have a little bit of time while I'm flying towards this, so give me a second. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, there's the escape pod. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Rybek's little campsite, which I don't remember where it is. Well, the gravity cannon early on also has a way to the southern outpost, I believe. So let's go and have a gander, because we still have that to do. Like, yes, the entire point of being here is trying to get into the quantum tower, but I would like to check off the the southern outpost if I can, or the southern observatory. There we go. So yeah, I wonder if I get in this as soon as I can before any more of this place breaks, if it'll get me where I need to go. Okay, I've never been over here. Yeah. Hey, that looks like the Southern Observatory. So yeah, I think these pieces, these like connecting bridges, are some of the first parts that go down. I do also really wonder if my ship broke a part of this apart. Do I have to jump up there? Yeah, I do. Oh man. I think we're finally, when I figure out how... Oh, there's the quantum tower as well. How does one ascend? Am I a dumb? I think I might be a dumb. Do I just need to jump? That don't seem right. I mean, I'll give it a go. Well, I fucked it up. How do you get up? Oh, there's a platform there. I'm stupid. Whitehall, you are my friend. Let me try again. trying to do very specific stuff in this game is difficult sometimes. Like just meandering around and discovering stuff. Yeah, that's what the game excels at. Trying to do specific stuff that is probably slightly more confusing to me because I'm a dumbass. Less of its strong suit, but still good. It's just it's more I'm an idiot. It's less of the game's fault and it's more mine. Hello ship. Might as well refuel. Just in case. Although, again, we are in a rush. Hopefully that bridge hasn't broken yet. Okay, by the looks of it, it's still partly intact. Right, let's look a bit better for a platform we can jump up to. Come on. There we go. Thought we were gonna fuck it again. Ooh, I'm dumbass. There we are. There we go. Finally. Making some form of progress, and... of course. Ah! Oh, fuck. This way. Trees. Big fan of trees. Okay. So some of the parts of this place are just kind of broke. So let's be very careful. Can I get up there? Indeed. Right. Guess we're just trying to get up. There we are. Can I make it over there? About to find out. Hey. I'm assuming there's not any writing or anything up here I can find. There we go. Finally. You would have thought that this was one of the first places I would find, but nope. My dumbass took literally like 10, 12, I don't know how many hours I've been at this. Finally. Do you have any idea how long it took to finally stand in this room? And I don't think it's even going to do that much for me. I do like that the moon's... well, the song has picked up the music. So yeah, this is just the construction station. We know what's going on with that. Give me the info. If any of this is actually new, I might actually already have read this from the other side. Yeah, so these are talking about how it sank below. Yeah, so they're not about just a component that does it, not the entire thing. Yeah, okay. That's fine. So we already knew that. This is cool. I wonder if this is... this is interesting. Because this is the same goop that, like, shows... like, projections? Okay. I'm gonna go up there in a second. Tornadoes. Tornadoes. Let me guess, you're about to tell me that... opposite directions. Cassava's construction yard has been using the cyclones on Giant's Deep to lift orbital probe cannon parts into orbit. Yeah, that's really cool. I thought that, but that's fucking great. But one component was pushed down past the current that usually prevents anything from sinking. Spire and I are crafting a model to determine why this happened. An update, it's now clear that there are two different types of cyclone. Most cyclones on Giant's Deep rotate clockwise. These are the cyclones Cassava typically uses to send components to orbit. There also exists a rarer type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes objects beneath the waters and below the current. My gratitude, Spire. Connoy is showing me your handiwork and I'm intrigued by this secondary type of cyclone. But was it really necessary to build a model to tell me that? The model will be useful as we continue monitoring Giant's Deep. Also, I very much wanted to make a model. Yeah, so somehow, I honestly don't know how, I think it's like Wind Waker blood in me or something. But yeah, I figured that out like kind of on my own, which is weird and incredible in its own right, honestly. But I noticed up here, there's some stuff going on. And I assume that's what this pool is for. Because wasn't... I'm pretty sure this place's purpose, like the reason it exists, is to try and track the quantum moon. It's cool being in here. This is actually really cool on the inside. I'm glad I came here, finally. What have we learned thus far in our search for the Eye of the Universe? Those of us on the vessel originally followed the eye signal to this star system, but we were unable to warp to the eye itself. The locator we built on the Atoll Rock, I will say it right, and the new, more sensitive locator we built here were both unable to detect any trace of the eye signal. Hypothesis: the eye has stopped emitting its signal. Pardon. Based on our knowledge of the quantum moon, we believe the eye is in orbit around this star system's sun. This would mean the eye is located within a finite, albeit enormous, range. Okay, so this is them coming to the conclusion that it's close, relatively, somewhere around here. Suppose the eye doesn't wish to be found. Cassava, how can you suggest that? The eye signal called out to summon us to this star system. I'm aware. I grew up hearing the eye's story, yet we're no closer to finding it than you were when you first arrived here. So yeah, some people very at odds about it. How does... Okay. Let's test something we already know. So that's Dark Bramble. Oh, wow. So that's the sun, and then Dark Bramble shows up there. This is Giant Steep. Oh, it's making them show up on the map. Oh, that's cool. This is this planet. That's Timber. The hourglasses. This is sick. This is not how I thought this was going to be laid out. This is so cool. And then... What the f... So... Yeah. Essentially what they're saying is, they came to the solar system because they got this signal. So the eye is definitely rotating around, well, is in an orbit around this star system somewhere. It's just got no idea where, as of the time they built this place. But I know that the probe cannon actually found it. It found the eye, or at least its signal, I guess. After all of this loop business, it actually found it and figured it out. How should our methods change as we continue our search for the Eye of the Universe? We know what the eye looks like thanks to the quantum moon, do we? So what if we try to find the eye visually instead? Let's send out a probe. We need to build a probe launching mechanism to cover those long distances quickly. A cannon in orbit around a celestial body would circumvent the need to escape the gravity's pull. Giant Steep would be a good choice. It's the furthest from the sun, kind of. So it would provide the best angles for launch, and it is moonless except for when the quantum moon is visiting. Yes, let's build the cannon in orbit around Giant Steep. As we couldn't find the eye's signal using two different devices built for this exact purpose, we should discontinue this search method. Even though I think they actually built a third one by accident on Ember Twin because they probably weren't in contact with each other at that point. Malo's idea is clever, but we have no idea where the eye is in relation to here. The probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. Yeah, it's about 1 in 10k. I believe I have a solution for that problem. Have you spoken with Raimi and Pi about the technology they're developing? So Raimi and Pi are the ones looking into the negative time effect, which eventually it leads to what has us stuck in this loop, being the Ash Twin project, I'm pretty sure. I love this shit, like the visual design of like the floating gold. Very cool. Very, very cool. Game continues to be cool, as it turns out. Now another thing is, does the game now want to allow me to visit the Tower of Quantum Knowledge and actually explore the damn thing? Where's my ship? My ship fell through the fucking white hole, didn't it? Okay. So if I wanted fuel... Ow. My best bet would be either Ryback or the warp station thing. Quickest way to get there, honestly, is probably just to go through the black hole, because that white hole station dumps you out on the other side. And I think, if I'm remembering where we're looking... Okay, so the tower's not gone through yet, so we've got a bit of time. At least I'm pretty sure that was the tower I was looking at. Also, my ship's just over here, so I guess I could just go do that. Yeah, I can make it to my ship before my fuel runs out. Whoa, I can make it to my ship and then some! Space! Oh man, I might have fucked this. Come on. Yeah, I know. As long as I can make it to the ship, I should be okay. I just need to slow down a little bit. Because space is difficult. Hey, Interloper, you fucking mass murderer. Right, land it. We in. Nom 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 nom. Right. I do believe the tower hasn't come through yet. I don't know how much of the loop I have left, and I'm also not fully sure if the parts that come through are random, or if there's a set pattern to them. I'm unaware of these things. What stage is the sun at? Still kind of like orangey yellow. It's not even like a deep red yet. But again, I don't know how soon it comes here. This thing. Just leave me alone. Go away. You fucking murder monster thing. Also, how did I never notice? I suppose it's because it's hidden quite well. That there's just a Nomai ship at the back of this thing. I suppose it is actually pretty well hidden. But yeah, there's just a straight up frozen ass Nomai pod there. What the hell? What a weird thing. I probably could go and do something else while I'm waiting for this, but I kind of want to be here as soon as the tower comes through, so I've got the most time to explore it. A smart person. Person way smarter than me. Although, now I think about it, I probably should just go and do. Would just go and wait at the tower itself. Like, actually just go and sit on it. So let's try and do that. We'll eventually get to that, but I'm not happy about it. That might be a tomorrow job. I am thoroughly enjoying myself, though. It is fun. I'm being a little bit more quiet because it's actually getting kind of late. I didn't plan on being the game this long. Being on the game this long. You'd have thought I'd have got better at talking, you know, with all of it I'm forcing myself to do on this game. Which I am glad I actually made myself do. Because it does just make it way more engaging, both for anybody else that ever ends up watching this, if any. But more importantly, when I'm watching it back, it just... I don't know. It's nice to get my thoughts across. So there's the warp point. The Tower of Quantum Knowledge is actually just that dome that's up top here somewhere. So where's that? If it's not fallen through yet. Which it very well could have. If it has fallen through, I'm going to be mildly annoyed I flew all the way here. Oh wait, no. I think I just saw it. I think it's upwards. Nope, that's the observatory. I suppose... Wait a minute. Because there's a quantum piece. Oh, you can search for the distress beacons now. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. There's no quantum fluctuations around. Into space. Whereas now... quantum business. So it did come through in that little bit of time. Right, I think we're actually stationary. Fuel up and rock and roll. Right, don't float off into space, let's just be less stupid. So that one I've read. We need to get up here and have a better look around. Torch. Because... oh. Yeah, there's these two things here, but I can't find a panel for them. I'm assuming the panel's floating around somewhere. But I can't see it. I do wonder if the panel gets kind of lost in space. Or if there's just one upstairs, maybe. You gotta be kidding me. The sun's actually getting ready to go again. Oh, scroll. I don't have time. This place really doesn't stay here for long. I need to move. Where's... top side? So yeah, that's the quantum moon moving around. Right, let's read. Quick translator. Solanium, we know that. We did that. Oh god. Level that. Too close to target. Pilgrimage, 6th most secret. To explore the 6th location, Shrine must be on the moon's north pole, yet be curious on your journey. Okay, so that's all that's here. There's another board here. We've got a little bit of time. Not much, just a little. So let's read this, if we can. If you're here to make your first pilgrimage to the quantum moon, you are almost prepared to set out on this deeply significant journey. Before you do, pause and remember your history. We make this journey not only for ourselves, but also to honour the members of our clan who came before us, those who, after the crash that brought them to this star system, became stranded on Brittle Hollow and on Ember Twin, with no communication between those two groups of survivors. Yeah. These Nomai looked upward from two different planets and saw the same wandering moon visiting their skies. It was this moon, the quantum moon, that kept their curiosity alive during this long period of hardship. After the two divided groups were able to reunite, it became our clan's united goal to find a way to visit the quantum moon. This took time, and many Nomai died before seeing the quantum... well, before seeing the quantum moon died, before we discovered how to make the journey. When you reach the quantum moon, recall these Nomai and carry their curiosity onwards. Very well. Yeah, that's most of that, I think. The only thing I don't know is where the hell, like, that panel would be to put there. Because usually there's one in places like that to use. So it's odd that there wasn't one around there. Or not one that I could find. But yeah, interesting. So yeah, the two groups from the escape pods didn't meet each other for ages. And that's why there's locators on both the moon and on that planet, Brittle. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. We finally explored most of Brittle Hollow, but we still have the Black Hole Forge thing to go and do, so we'll get to that soon.